Hi everyone, I'm part of nothing now, and I smile in the face of death, just like, the way I see it is, because hardly anyone's standing up for truth and freedom, or you get these people that go on about deceptions, you know what I mean, but they're never doing it, they're not really doing anything about it, and the ones that are doing something about it, that, you know what I mean, no one's helping them. So to be honest, the way I'm going to do it now is I'm just going to keep revealing. I'm just going to keep standing up for truth and freedom. I'm going to do it in my way, well, God's way, and I'll do my way with God's way, obviously, God's direction. You know what I mean, for revelation. And I've just realised something now, though. Yeah, I'm not part of the Libertarian Party of Christian Nations anymore. This is my last video to do with it. Well, I'm not part of any party anymore. I might do in the future if people message me and actually want to fight for truth and freedom, you know. Until then, I'm not going to bother, because I just don't see the point, really. You know, you're getting loads of people believing in these fraudulent criminal systems, right? And then the people that are actually revealing the deceptions that are going on in the government, I don't see them doing anything. There's no action. You know what I mean? There's nothing. It's really, You know what I mean? And then you get people bickering about what day's worship. You know what I mean? What day do you worship on? You know, what Sabbath day? What day do you worship on? Worship God every bloody day. It doesn't bloody matter anyway, does it? If it's a Sunday or a flipping Friday or Saturday, whatever, it doesn't bloody matter, does it? You know what I mean? And then bickering about, like, silly things like immigrants and, oh yeah, you know what I mean? You know, they're not the problem, or, oh, you know what I mean? Oh, this and they're the problem, and it doesn't. To be honest, it doesn't even bloody matter anymore. The way I'm going to do it is I'm going to stand up for truth, freedom, and liberty and sovereignty for everyone in my way. Just exposing the fraudulent criminal systems and the British Empire my way with the documents. Because I'm just getting at. I've had it up to here now. I'm just so sick of people what it is, there are, you know, people who watch these videos, I get it. I get what it is. They're just scared of dying. I'm willing to I'm willing to die for Jesus Christ. You know what I mean? I never hear hardly anyone talk about that on videos. You know what I mean?
You're just scared of dying, and it's going to happen. It's
going to happen anyway. You know what I mean? If you're not going to be willing to stand up for truth and freedom anyway, you're going to die anyway, or you're going to have some sort of persecution anyway. You're probably going to have more persecution if you don't stand up for truth and freedom. You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. I just don't get it. What do you not bloody get? You know what I mean? I've just had it up to here now. I might set up a sovereign Christ party in the future, but that's if people change their bloody mind and contact me. You know what I mean? I'm on Facebook, I'm on YouTube. Type in, obviously, www.youtube.com/@Mormons with Testimonies. You know what I mean? You'll find me on there. I'm on Facebook. Just type in Lauren Rogers, Lorne, and Rogers with a D. Say it again, Lorne and Rogers with a D. You can message me on there. I'll talk to you about things about truth and freedom, and you know what I mean. And I'm going to say this. I don't really care if I say this now, to be honest, because I've just had enough now. You know, my wife's upset. Yeah, I'm upset. I'm more annoyed than anything, right? You know, good on you, Gary Waterman. You're doing right. I'm gonna stick with your idea and your plan. You know what I mean? The way I see it is I'm only going to make a political party if people are willing to come and message me, get a few people messaging me saying they want me to set up a party for Jesus Christ. You know what I mean? And it doesn't bloody matter whether I believe in Jesus Christ or I'm a Christian or whatever, or whether I'm a Mormon or whatever. It doesn't bloody matter, does it? As long as I'm standing up for truth and freedom. You know, you get all these people with these beliefs, right? You know what I mean? It doesn't bloody matter if Bin Laden is a gimpy llama or bloody Donald.
People don't understand.
You know what I mean? It doesn't matter.
What people don't understand is the system isn't broken. It's designed to be this way.
Exactly. Against us. Against our rights for truth and freedom. Why can't people see that? I think it was in the 1980s, weren't it? Our identity got taken or something, didn't it? For us being English, Irish, Scottish and Welsh or something. So if we stand up for being English, Irish, Scottish and Welsh, then obviously the system will struggle, you know what I mean? Getting their hands on you. Oh, they'll still try. They'll still try and play their little schemes, like, you know what I mean? Wiggle their way into you, you know what I mean? They'll try and get you when you're weak or you're vulnerable, you know what I mean? Best thing to do is just stay right up here, you know what I mean? Headstrong, like, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? End of the day, I've not hurt anyone. I've not hurt myself. All I'm doing is expressing how I feel. I'm so sick to death of all this, you know what I mean? The way I see it, right, I'm not going to even go on about the friendship that's sort of like gone the way it has. I'm not going to mention any names. I'm not about that. I'm about truth and freedom, you know what I mean? Everybody's a child of God, it says in Genesis chapter 1, verse 27, verse 26, you know what I mean? We're all created in God's image. Now, I'm going to end this video here. I don't want to keep it too long, because I've noticed people don't watch it otherwise, so... Get in touch with me, if you want. If you stand up for truth and freedom, message me on Facebook, or whatever, or message my wife's TikTok page, you know, the one we do with loads of karaoke's, like, carry on, all that, like. Yeah, just message her on there. If you're interested, message her, because, you know, and all that karaoke, cold, cold heart, and all that. And, yeah, never ending story. Love them songs. Yeah, just, you know which TikTok account it is. Yeah, just message her on there if you're interested in truth and freedom. And if we get a few messaging, then, you know, then we will start a political party for Jesus Christ. And then we'll, you know, we'll work on trying to change the system. But until then, I just don't see the point. There's just no point, because I want people to be interested and I'm actually doing everything right. I'm going by the Holy Spirit. I'm trying to get the right message out. You know, we should fight, when we're fighting for truth and freedom, it's about a sovereign heavenly army. No British army, no army out there is heavenly. It's all about corruption. It's all about taking people's stuff out of other people's countries. It's about killing them, being no mercy, no nothing. It's about protecting people's rights. It's about protecting people, preserving them, and then rejoicing not in bloodshed. You know what I mean? If you have to kill somebody, then, you know, because you have to defend yourself and somebody else because they're not willing to give up, or, you know what I mean, you're trying to arrest them and you can't, then obviously it's just one of them, then, you know what I mean? Better that one person perisheth in unbelief than a whole nation perisheth in unbelief. I'm just so sick of people believing this crap. You know what I mean? It's all about glory, riches and honour today. I'm just so sick of it. I'm so sick of it. Anyway, I've said what I need to say. We can all be an army for Jesus Christ, protecting people for truth and freedom, you know what I mean? That's what we should be doing. Don't see anyone doing that, do you? Right, you know what to do. Message me on Facebook or message or Jill on TikTok. You know, one with all the karaoke, you can't miss it. See you in a bit, bye.